Can you see
Hi.
me? Hi.
Yes. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Looking fabulous as always.
Where are you?
I'm in Wisconsin.
Wow.
Yeah.
With those braids on, I see.
Yeah, I'm trying not to do heat on my hair. I curl my hair like I would say almost every day normally. And now I'm trying to do heatless hairstyles, but I'm like, wait, I don't know how to do anything besides braids and ponytails. So I need to watch some
Well, you
YouTube
know what's
videos.
cool? This is like the best time for girls to get their hair and skin on point right now.
Oh yeah,
Let's be honest. Because
for
now we
sure.
don't have to, we just have to style it when we're on here.
I know, exactly. I'm like, wait, I need to put makeup on. I mean, no one has to put makeup on, but I personally just feel like so much better. I don't know when I like do my hair and makeup.
Yeah, I'm the same way. I do it honestly. I like putting on makeup honestly because I have freckles, and so it actually protects my skin, and so that's my excuse, and I'm sticking with it.
I like it. I like it.
So today
Okay.
we are. I don't think a lot of people know we're kind of somewhat related.
Yeah. Sometimes I'll be like, Chatty's my sister, and they'll be like, but you guys don't look anything alike. I'm like, no, like not really, but kinda. We're
I love
fam.
when people that and they freak out. Look at this hair that's growing.
I know.
Yeah, I'm just like, yeah, I have. Look at my daughter. So like, Puerto Ricans come in all colors.
Right, right. So Chatty's twin brother and my sister got married, so that is how we got introduced.
Yeah.
But I kind of knew about you through, I feel like social media a little bit, just because you were such a staple, I feel like, in the Sacramento community. Um, so which I
It's just
definitely want to talk about you kind of
yeah.
coming into Sacramento and like, making a name for yourself and how you got so involved. But first, let's start with the introduction. Can you just tell everyone a little bit about yourself?
Yeah. As I say, a lot of people know me from my fitness background. I'd say my following grew when Instagram first started. And at that time, I was doing bodybuilding. I used to weigh over 200 pounds and lost a bunch of weight, started competing. And at that time, bikini was really new in the bodybuilding industry.
Hmm.
And, whoops, let me try to make sure that I don't so bodybuilding was new in the industry at the time, which was around 2009, 2010. And I lost a bunch of weight, started working out, competing, and I won some really big shows. And so I think throughout
Hmm.
that, people were just
And
like,
you were a
who is
world
she?
champion.
And they followed me. And obviously, I became a world champion. So bikini was new at the Arnold in 2010, and so I was the first bikini amateur winner. And from there, my career kind of just took off from winning world titles and magazine covers, supplement contracts. It went crazy. So I've been blessed to still have recognition with the industry where I landed a cover over the summer with Oxygen. I have a new program that's out called Fast Track Fitness that's now available for free. So I'll make sure to
For
put that in our
free.
links. And yeah,
Awesome.
so it's 28 days. The fitness program that you could have download in your house videos. We have a nutrition program. It's also vegan friendly. So
Awesome.
provides all the macros and yeah, so we're now available.
That's so
We're
cool.
making it available for free until April 15th. So
Hmm.
I think one more week, and so the code is going to be be well, BEWELL. So I'll
Be
put
well.
the swipe up link after this, and I'll
Okay.
give it as well. So
Awesome.
yeah, I mean, I'm really blessed. I'm also a nutritionist, an online trainer. I just became an NLP master practitioner. And so, what is that?
Congrats.
It's a neuro linguistic master practitioner. And it's basically everything I talk about in my posts. Everything's about rebuilding, healing. And I like to trans, like, transform that into um, connect the fitness world and then the mindset together in one. Because I think people forget that, you know, a lot of times it's not just being lazy and not wanting to a diet. It's a lot of it has to do with trauma or something that's going on mentally. And so I like to help people with that, resetting goals, um, all that jazz. And I'm a mom, more
That's so
importantly.
awesome. Yes. And you work in the hair and skin industry also, right?
Yeah. So
Yes. Like,
I'm partnered up with a company called Monet, and so we sell hair and skin products. I also manage about 80 plus athletes, influencers, and ambassadors in with Till You Collapse, which is a fitness apparel company.
mhm.
So I'm a busy woman.
And you're a
There's
mom.
and I'm a mom to a
And you
teenager.
have a really, like, how do you balance
What
everything? What a
was
busy
that?
life. I said, and you're a mom and you're balancing a relationship. That's
It's
so
crazy.
awesome
I
that
used
you are juggling so much.
Yeah. Yeah. Thankfully, my boyfriend's not traveling as much, but that was really hard doing all that I'm doing and trying to keep up with his travel schedule. But um, it's,
Right.
you know, I'm still busy.
Yeah,
I'm
always.
blessed though, for sure.
That's so awesome. So you were talking about how you kind of merge the two, fitness and mindset, and you're very open on your page, I feel like, with your healing, which I appreciate so much because I get so much out of those posts, but I feel like you're reaching a lot of people with just being real and open, and that's not easy to
Hmm.
always do, putting your whole life online.
No, I think I try to just really encourage people to take control of their lives. And I know that
Hmm.
was something that we want to talk about because people are like, what does that entail? Where do I begin? And sometimes people are stuck in like, you know, certain positions, whether if it's a job, a situation with family, relationships, or they have no idea what they're doing, with like meaning no purpose. And so
Hmm.
it's easy to dismiss the notion of like an autopilot lifestyle where you're just like going through the motions, right? Where like I think all of us have been shook through the last couple of weeks with what's going on. So,
Right.
but I feel like just what really takes people to the next level because you're forced to do something. And so think of a breakup, for instance. A lot of times
Hmm.
people don't make changes till they either have a breakup or they have a health issue
Hmm.
or something detrimental happens. And
Hmm.
so I think that sometimes, and probably 99% of the time, in order for people to take that next leap, something horrible or has to happen or they have to hit rock bottom. And
In
for
order for
me,
the
that's
switch
what
to happen. Hmm.
in order for them to kind of to be pushed. Yeah, I mean, not everyone just decides to wake up and says, I'm going to do this and I'm going to commit to it, and then they follow through. I think
Right.
sometimes people have to be forced. I think some people have, you know, have to have the idea that you have no choice. It's like you're asking me how am I doing all this? I don't think I have a choice. I'm a single mom, and
Hmm.
if I think I have a choice, I won't do it. And so
Right.
oh, I have too much going on, or, you know, excuses, because we're
Hmm.
so good at excuses.
That's so true.
Hmm.
So what was that moment for you? I know you, like you said, you talk about very openly about your journey and the kind of things you went through, but your breakthrough moment where you were like, I need to change my life, was that just, did you just take that to the gym or was it first a mindset change? Did you have to do a lot of internal work prior?
I've had a lot of those rock bottom moments where you have the aha moment. So I would say the first initial one with my fitness career, it definitely was an aha moment where I was overweight. I was a new mom, and I didn't know like what to do. I was just like, what am I never had any weight issues. Um, and as a new mom, you kind of lose control of yourself and your identity. And so for me,
Hmm.
it was, you know, I think we all are masters of our own destinies. And if we put in the work, things come into fruition. And so for
Mm-hmm.
me, I really just created a vision board, and I literally made a Mr. Potato Head of myself where I cut I cut a picture of myself, my face, and then I took a magazine pictures of body parts of like what I wanted to look like. And then
Uh-huh.
around that, I created verbiage of like what inspired me, whether if it was girl power, strong mom, healthy, whatever it may be. And at that time,
Mm-hmm.
I created that and I put it next to my toothbrush. And every morning I woke up, I reminded myself what my goals were. And so that was like that was my first, I'd say, aha moment where I was like, okay,
Wow.
I'm gonna be in the driver's seat and write something down, or you make a commitment, or whether if it's a contract with a friend, or signing up for a competition or photo shoot, or taking on a job that you've always wanted to, but you're scared of shit. You are
Mm-hmm.
held accountable for it. And so for
Yeah.
me, I didn't have accountability, but the vision board helped me remind myself from those sleepless nights, sore body, starving, whatever temptation of eating something. And I think that's like the number one thing I recommend people to do is to kind of find something that like is going to trigger you, you know? And sometimes it's something of like, sometimes people have like, an ex that triggers them and they feel like, well, I'm going to show that person.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever it may be, whether if it's that or something you want to help someone who's going through a health issue and you want to be that role model, you have to find something that is going to take you to push yourself. And sometimes people like to be private about their goals. Like I know for me, I was not going to tell my family I was doing a fitness competition. They would have thought I was crazy.
So you just kept it a secret?
I think that I told someone in the gym who was a trainer. He's
Mm-hmm.
a friend of mine, and and then I just kind of got ready for it myself. I think getting fit and getting into the gym more and health, taking my health more of an importance. But I'm Latin, and having muscles is not something that the Latin family wants you to have. That and it's just not traditional. And so
Mm-hmm.
for me, yeah, I kind of like kept it a secret. And also too, I was kind of shy about it because let's say if I wanted to quit,
Right. Because
I
if
was
you tell
afraid.
people, if people hold you accountable, then they hold you accountable, and then you have to own up to your failures also.
For sure. And I was like, didn't want to do that. My husband at the time, when I was married to my daughter's dad, he was very supportive throughout it. But that was like my first stepping stone. And I think that we have to take full responsibility for actions throughout that process. And again, it's
Absolutely.
accountability, and people don't do that. So, but the vision board was like that thing for me. Now, what do? I just goals where it's like the NLP thing was something I really wanted to do to help my clients. And I noticed that
Mm-hmm.
since I started changing my captions and I've had more of a purpose on what I write, um, people are actually reading it and responding to it and sending me private messages about personal stuff that's going on. And that's
Wow.
powerful. Like for
That's
me,
very
like
powerful.
it's just like it's very humbling, and because it's throughout my own journey. And I'm not a therapist. I'm not a master relationship expert. I just have gone through a lot of experiences, and I share what I feel like I feel confident in. And it's cool
Mm-hmm.
that people respond to it.
Definitely. It's like a ripple effect.
Yeah.
Um, so that's so cool. Can we talk a little bit about your integration into the Sacramento community? Because like I said, like you were so involved with other influencers, with events going on, with causes that you believe in strongly. So can you talk a little bit about that?
Um, I would say I'm very inspired by my boyfriend, who is, besides a performance painter, with just he's raised over so much money for communities. It's inspiring to date someone like that. I've always have contributed to, community projects and charities and so on. But he's very involved with the city, so I have to say I have to contribute a lot to that. And then honestly, I reach out. I mean, you know, you and I are like somewhat have family, so we have that connection. But from Kayla who does cheesecakes, we all know
Oh,
her.
I
She's
miss
beautiful.
Creamy's cheesecake so much.
You know what's crazy about our friendship? We're like really good friends, and
Uh-huh.
I think I saw her because she was like in front of David's studio, but I reached out to her myself. I like sent her a DM. I slid into her DMs, and so I just like I don't have a problem connecting with people and introducing myself to people and just kind of seeing what they're doing and how could I help, even if it doesn't, if it's not has nothing to do with me or I'm not getting paid for. Like I don't. For me,
Mm-hmm.
I grew up with sisters and siblings who are so supportive, and me being the baby out of them, like I don't know anything different. So
Mm-hmm.
I just go out there and like if I see something or if David's doing something he's connected with, a project, I just love it. It's inspiring, and I feel like if you're anybody who's watching right now, if you see your community and go into locations and where you're at in Instagram, and look at stuff that people are doing and hashtag community services or whatnot, like now is the time that people need help, and there's
Right.
ways to help people where you're not being physically around them or being, jeopardizing your health. And,
Mm-hmm.
for me, I love it. I just love connecting with other people. Again, I have like 5 different jobs. I have two main jobs, which is
Wear many
besides
hats.
being a, yes, I manage athletes. And so I'm just keeping up with a lot of the girls and seeing what they're doing. And um, just don't be shy. Just reach out. I mean, the worst thing that someone could say to you is no. And that really is it.
Right. Right. I feel like people have a hard time making friends as adults because I don't know, it's like a weird, different kind of insecurity.
Yeah.
Even though, like you said, what's the worst thing that can happen? Usually it's just you should do it because you'll connect with
Yeah.
more like-minded people.
You're pretty
That's so
popular
good.
on social media. I would say you have a lot of friends. How do you meet people?
I've lived in Sacramento my entire life, so I feel like the community is just not, it's big, but it's also very small. Like you're always
Yeah.
gonna know someone that knows someone somewhere.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. You can correlate at least 2 degrees of separation, and you're like, okay, they're not a killer. They're not a weirdo, right?
exactly,
They hang out
exactly,
with that, and then
exactly. So how do you feel like you've been giving back to the Sacramento community now during this time?
I have connected with the people of Sacramento, so I would say Zane is very involved, and then Unite Sac, which is at Unite Sac. They have just launched a weekly schedule for people who just are at home right now, and I
Hmm.
offered free workout classes.
I
Um,
tuned in.
did
It was
Did
cool.
you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I watched. After I did a workout. I was
I
like, you guys go. You're doing great. You're doing great.
Sometimes I'll watch them and I'm like, I'll get back to you, girl, later. Because I,
Right.
I want to support everybody on the lives. And I know I have
Uh-huh.
within 24 hours to do it. So if I'm busy, I'll go back and watch it and try to jump in on a workout.
Yeah.
That's what I'm doing right now. As of now, I am working on something that we have a press release coming out with a company that David and I are collaborating with to help the Sacramento community. That's going to be helping first respond that we can't say yet, but it's going to be
Awesome.
amazing. And I'll definitely reach out to you to see if you can help and contribute to spread the word. But again, there's so many things and stuff that people can do right now. It's just reaching out to people that that are connected, because
Hmm.
I'm 90% sure that people are going to be like, yes, like please
Right.
help. And
Right.
so yeah, I mean, that's what I'm doing as of now that I can, because my time, I wish I had more hours in a day, but I don't want to take away the time that I have with my family here. I
Hmm.
have my daughter that gets his kids every so often here, and it's great. And we just started just soaking up the time that we have with each other
Yeah.
because he travels so much. It's kind of like a treat for us.
Oh, that's so
And
nice.
then I miss my nephew Remy, and I miss all you guys.
I miss Remy too. I
I
haven't seen
know,
him in so long.
I, I know, it's hard.
Our little purr
But
cranium baby.
what's cool about this is that we could do this. Like we can have literally a Puerto Ukrainian Zoom dinner soon. Like we can just hang,
Right. Wait,
like
I
on the
saw in your story that you got dressed up and did a dinner. Can you talk a little
yeah,
bit about that?
absolutely. Um, so there's an app called Zoom, you guys. It's free, and you can put up to. I think it may cost a little bit more when you can put up to 100 people on there, but you can get like your family and a couple people. I created well, I think it was David. He created a invitation for a guest. And we only did two other couples because if not, it becomes we can't hear each other.
Right.
And then we
Everyone's
invited
trying
two
to
other
talk.
couples, and it was basically like saying cook food, order food, and then we're gonna be pouring wine and starting our dinner exactly at 7 o'clock. And so what we do is we all log in on the Zoom call and we connect. And it honestly, it felt like it hit the urge of like, you know how, because right now we're all like, I just want to communicate with other people, other than
Hmm.
the ones that we're on the with. And it was
Exactly.
nice to like, have dinner with some friends of ours and eat dinner and dress up. Put
Dressing up, I don't remember the last time I did that.
yeah, I just like um
And it makes you feel a different type of way,
yeah,
when you
it
have
does.
that
It was funny.
experience.
It was funny, like, do my hair and makeup and putting on a dress and heels. Not that anybody's gonna see that, 'cause I literally could put like Uggs on, some jogging
Right,
pants.
some sweatpants. Uh-huh.
But it made we all just committed to dressing up, and I think that people should just be innovative and just why not? Like, there's your family misses you, your friends miss you. Make it
Hmm.
um is now that we're doing this duo, is there a way that people can see there's a little
Uh-huh.
question box. Can people ask us questions that they want to ask? I'd love to, because I know
Um, I
16,
think it might be on, but I don't know how to.
well, whoever's on here and you're listening to us,
Mhm.
ask us a comment in the question box. Otherwise, me and Natalie are just going to start talking about, all the fun stuff. I know Bianca was here, Stephanie, she said she was in Sacramento. Um,
Bianca.
but yes, that Bianca's very involved. And there's who else is on here? This is a great live session. I'm just like scrolling up. So
I
I
know I
guess,
haven't read any of the comments yet.
when it comes to making changes, we let's go back to the topic.
Yes.
um, what are changes that you have made transitioning into anything that you have wanted in your life?
Ooh. Oh, you're asking the questions.
Sorry,
um,
why ask?
any right, any changes that I made? I'm trying to take this time to be a lot more self-reflective. And I feel like I've had kind of a self-discovery journey that's been going on for some time. Like I've been reading a lot of books, but I'm just really trying to dive deeper into like my own soul and like figure out why am I driven to do certain things? Why am I doing certain things? Why do I want certain things? What are like, just realigning and reconnecting. Um, so yeah, I'm trying to do kind of that right now and focus on building.
So for someone who's outside looking in or going through that type of, because you're younger than me and I'm 40 right now, I would say a lot of times when you have to reflect, it's step out of the box, right? Do you think it's because
Hmm.
of the COVID-19 that we're away from the world that you're able to reflect more? Or do you recommend someone kind of like, what do you recommend someone who is living their life? They have no idea what they want to do with their life and they kind of want to dabble on bits of everything. Do you think
Hmm.
just throwing themselves in is something that they should do? Or because I feel like people should just go for it. Like, if it
During this
doesn't work,
time.
it doesn't work. Yeah, I mean, I supposedly had like a singing career and had, that's a whole other conversation.
You were a singer? Chatty. Okay, so for
no,
the next 5 minutes of the live, I need you to sing all your
no,
answers.
no. But I can tell you that I did a thing called Fuck Up Nights, and I talked about that.
I
because
wanted to go to that. Is there
yeah,
any way I
so
can still stream it back?
I'm gonna find out because I know
Okay.
people love to
Yeah, I'd love to watch
they
it.
talk about it, but I think that even though like that's not my ultimate goal, it was never my ultimate goal, but it was something I wanted to dabble on, and so I went full throttle doing it. And I think that whatever people want to do nowadays, like you're home, like you actually can fit an hour a day to kind of dabble on something that you've always wanted to do, whether if it's
Hmm.
career or maybe read that book you've been trying to read because it's going to take you to the next level with your career. And so,
Hmm.
um, so yeah, my question for you was: you said that you're soul searching now. What is that? What does that look like for you? Is that like
It's not like so intense, but it's just I'm trying to write a little bit every day. So I'll open up my Google Docs and just, what are my thoughts? What am I feeling? What should I work through? Because I feel like now I talked about this on a few of my other lives, but now more than ever, I feel like people are being faced with themselves because they don't have all these outside distractions that they
yeah,
typically might have in, a work day.
yeah,
And they're being faced with like, okay, this is the reality of like who I am or what's going on. So, I mean, it just depends on where you are in your journey because some people are still going to be distracting themselves, watching Netflix or doing random things. But I think it's a good time for diving in and doing the work, like you said, picking up a new skill or reading a book, or some people need a break right now and to do nothing. Maybe they've been
yeah.
working hard for a while. So I think it's very personal for everybody right now, but it's so different for everybody also.
As far as what we were talking about, as far as healing and making, taking responsibility for making changes in your life, um, something that I know has helped me with correlating a mindset, but bringing fitness into it was it just took my mind off like just the everyday stuff. And mind you, listen, even
Was that
now,
your outlet?
yeah, it was. And even now, I struggle with committing to a fitness like
Wow.
regimen. And I was sick a lot last year and I was in the hospital with
Hmm.
my kidney disease. But I started training again and I started taking F45 classes. But even then, I was like nervous starting to train again. Even doing the live for Unite SAC, I got like really nervous. And I don't think that people realize like just because I have the platform, you know, I still get nervous and I still like sometimes I do not want to work out at all. I hate it
Yeah.
sometimes. But
Yeah,
I
which is
also know
relatable.
but I also know how it makes me feel afterwards
Hmm.
and how important it is for our health. And so that's why I do it. And so why I'm bringing that up is because I think it's important for people to know sometimes you have to do things that you don't want to do, but in order to get to that level of what you want to do, I think it's important. Somebody said, "Is this a reverse interview?"
Yeah. What's happening? But I totally agree. Um, yeah. Wow.
um,
So
what else?
mental
I need
health
some of those ideas.
though, mental health, let's talk a little bit about that. Do you feel like
Yeah.
people right now, I think mental health is becoming more of a like, what have you found has changed in your mental health since you've been taking fitness seriously?
Your phone broke up a little bit, so I couldn't hear what you said about mental health and fitness.
Oh
I
no.
lost.
Oh, I said, like, what kind of changes have you seen in your mental health since you've been taking fitness seriously?
I definitely have noticed that I feel like I'm getting something accomplished, if that makes any sense. It's kind of like, I don't know what I did today, but I did a lot. So, you ever have those days where you're just like, you're going through autopilot motions and someone's like, how'd your day go? And you're like, it went good. Although in your mind, you're like, you did a lot of shit.
Yeah.
It's nothing that stuck out. And so,
Hmm.
me, when I work out or I do fitness, for me, I can only speak on myself. I do feel better, and it does. I don't. It's the serotonins, and it definitely just makes me feel more confident, physically and mentally. And because I am just mentally more clear-headed because I feel like my endorphins are up and I'm just like the good feels. And
Mm-hmm.
then also too, I feel more confident in myself physically. And I'm not just saying that aesthetically, I'm saying that I just feel better because I do have a lot of health issues. And sweating with my kidneys and stuff, like releasing toxins is important. Feel
Mm-hmm.
better. I know everybody has different issues, um, or there's people who don't have any health. And I think it's probably the hardest thing. And so a lot of my fitness programs that I created are not as advanced. A lot of people think like, well, you look like training, which is possible. All my programs that I've created, from the free day couch workout to the fitness program to other programs that I have, they're all um, they're all like they're all programs that any beginner person can start. And I created them because I've been there before many times. I'm constantly restarting because I can't sit there and say that I've been perfect throughout the last 10 years. It's impossible to say that.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that
Mm-hmm.
listening they have to know that. Like, before I started training again in February, I stopped training for 4 or 5 months, and I
Wow.
was like I started getting depressed, and it's a lot of it had to do with my my lupus and my autoimmune, my thyroid, but I just was not in the mindset to get into the gym, and that's normal. That's normal. Like, I'm no special than anyone else, and I think no one says that out loud. There's no fitness professionals talking about that, and
Mm-hmm.
so it is important for us to like let everyone know that sometimes I'm doing these lives and I'm panting with you guys. I am hurting because I may look the part, but I don't feel the part
Uh-huh.
because I'm struggling with my health issues and besides the confidence stuff. So I think it's important to disclose that and share that with people. Just, you know, sharing is everything because a lot of us are going through the motions as well. And I think that the first thing people who are off mentally or feeling depressed, they isolate themselves or they're hiding behind, their phones or computers
Mm-hmm.
because they don't know what to say or where to begin. And I think it's important to just kind of reach out to someone that you trust and share what's going on. First thing. Second thing I recommend is to commit to some type of fitness program because it changed my life. It
Mm-hmm.
made me feel like just feel like myself again. And I'm not saying fitness is going to help everyone, but our bodies are made to sweat. Our bodies are made to like move. And I think that whatever people are going through mentally, that it's important to just release those endorphins and kind of see like and I don't know what program that can be. It's probably not my program that's going to help them, but there's a lot of free fitness classes online now on lives that you
Mm-hmm.
got to find what works best for you, whether if it's yoga, kickboxing, whatever. Maybe you want to watch a workout class first before you get to doing it. Like Natalie. And that's okay though. But listen, it's funny, but honestly, there's nothing to be like it's I do it all the time. When I was over 200 pounds, I used to take fitness classes at a gym, and it was called a fitball class. And
Mm-hmm.
I would sit in the back of the class and just watch all these fit girls in front of me. And I remember just sweating my ass off. And I'm just like, I was embarrassed. I was shy. But also, too, I knew if I didn't commit to doing it, I was never going to get better. Right. And
Right.
so now is the time to do what you've always wanted to do, especially fitness, because you can really do it at home. Like, you don't have to be embarrassed and you don't have to go to a gym to like take care of yourself. And there's that you could
Mm-hmm.
do on classes where you can like not show the video. You can just put a
Mm-hmm.
picture on there. You can put whatever you want. You could be anybody on social media, honestly. But if you're home and you want to get better and you're suffering from anxiety, depression, weight issues, health issues, anything, please take care of yourself. Please take a class. Commit to 15 minutes, 20 minutes. That's so important for your mental health, your physical health. And my life has changed since I brought fitness into it. And again, I still struggle with it. Like today, I got to figure out how I'm going to do it. I don't want to do it, but I'm going to do it.
Right. Because you made that commitment to yourself.
Yeah, I mean, I started off
That's
wearing
so
cute
good.
workout clothes, from Tuya Clothes. And trying to see,
Sorry, it's
somebody,
lagging a
you're
little bit.
asking questions.
Okay, I think we covered a lot today. Chady, thank you so much for coming on, for being vulnerable, for sharing your story, and for continuing to inspire people every day on social media and in real life. So everybody, make sure to go follow Chady. Go check out her home workouts. She has a 30-day plan. She has free workouts. She does live workouts. So you guys have no excuses. I have no excuse either. We got to work out.
Exactly. Thank you so much for your time. Do this again and promote it more.
Yes,
Bye.
we definitely do. Okay, bye.